Hi, or welcome back to my channel. My name's Gamille and welcome to a few productive days in my life, except I'm unemployed. If you don't know already, I am a May 2025 graduate. I graduated from Stony Brook University with a double major in business management and psychology with a concentration in marketing. Since graduating, I've had 2 marketing internships, which went very well. And now it's 2026 and I am still on the job hunt for a full-time job. I've gotten very close to offers in the past. Fortunately, they did not work out because of certain nuances that were out of my control. They would just happen to be corporate things. Here we are, still in the process. I have a few things that I'm going to be doing this weekend to advance my search. I had a coaching appointment with my career coach at my school. He has worked in marketing for a while and also been a recruiter in between that job, so he knows what he's talking about for resume alterations, tailoring, how to stand out in the market, how I could engage my network. I've been doing a list of things that I feel will help me stand out and advance my search, and just doing everything I can to secure a full-time offer this year. As I'm more into this process, I understand that sometimes it's really just about timing, and that this current situation of the job market is out of my control, and it is really tough to secure a job right now. So I've taken all those things in account as far as managing my expectations, my disappointment, my mental health in this process. I still intend to be productive. I still intend to challenge myself to grow. At the end of the day, your worth is not tied to a title. You are more than that. You are your skills, your personality, and much more. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, because we are on a journey to build our dream life in our early 20s. Over here you'll find lots of self-care, productivity, self-improvement, and just navigating life as a new adult.
So you're doing the right thing. The problem, it seems, is you're in the category that is incredibly competitive. Social media today, a lot of people want to be involved in it because it's a great marketing category. So I do a lot of marketing students, and many of them, when I ask what you're thinking when you're done, many of them will talk about social media. The combination of social media and the data is a very good combination of marketing, but you like the idea of, content and the actual social media marketing management side of it. Where's the one that's right for you? And all we can do is learn from yesterday. We can't focus on it and feel bad, but we learn from it and we move on. So I'm trying to understand, because it sounds like you're doing pretty much everything right. Targeting with your resume appropriately towards that job. Have that understanding of what social media means. I mean, you've been doing it for years. You're doing it currently for yourself. So you certainly have the tools, you have the knowledge to do it.
You need 3 to 5 years of work experience, and they wouldn't accept internship experience. So
okay. So boom, there you go. This is, you have no control of that.
Yeah.
It's still disappointing, but you made a good impression there. And should something open up, they're going to remember you. Now, entry level is a very screwy term, because really what entry level, by definition, in hiring means 1 to 3 years, usually, sometimes 2 to 4. We often think entry, first job out of school. It's really not. So, but you have experience, and I don't want you to minimize that, all right? So, and these guys probably would have gone with you had they not redefined the role, but they did.
Okay.
So you've got to keep doing what you're doing. You just do.
Alright guys, so I currently have an interview going to happen in about 5 minutes for a social media assistant role. It's with a great company specializing in live events. Excited to learn more about this role. It's pretty much everything that I've done in the past: content creation, strategy, editing, on-site social. Nothing that's out of the ordinary for me. I am going to be doing some prep right now just to learn more about the company and how I align.
What metrics do you use to look at and determine if something's successful?
I definitely use TikTok, Instagram, analytics. That's like the base platform, of course. And then if I want to go more extensive, I'll use something like Dash Hudson or Hootsuite to see more into the analytics and get more in depth. We like to dive deep into the saves, the shares, and the watch time, because that's exactly how you know that someone is resonating with the content and that they're staying on that specific reel or that static post more than any other time they're just doom scrolling. Because in this market of social media, capturing someone's attention is the most important thing. I just finished the interview and it went very well. Yeah, I met with the founder, the CEO of the brand, and they're 8 years in the game, but still pretty relatively new. I really like what the role has to offer. If I were to be accepted, I would be, traveling all over the city, going to these different events that I've never partaken in, because they are going to follow up with me at the end of the day, where I'm gonna get a creative assignment where I have to produce content ideas that I would do for them if I were hired for the job. As you guys could see, I'm very type A, and this is on the list for today. A big task today is to finish editing my freelance video project that I did. They had a 70th birthday party and I was there this past Friday. I have notifications that let me know the specific titles that I'm looking for. So each morning I get a notification and I look through what new jobs are available. I was checking my socials and replying to the DMs, comments. Thankful that I even have a comment to reply to. I'm gonna brick my phone now. If you guys don't know, a little device that has an app correlated to it where you tap your phone and it will block certain apps. This is the app. Right now I'm gonna do deep work, and for those, tap the brick and then it locks me out. Right now I can't access Instagram, I can't access TikTok, because I'm supposed to be doing deep work, especially in this season of my life where things are like, you just have to take it day by day and things are like uncertain, and each day I kind of wake up in a different mood. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not always motivated to go on my laptop and do this whole process, but having the break and blocking social media so I'm not just scrolling or comparing myself or etc. helps a lot with my mental health, and I've been using it so much since I received it in the new year. Okay, now moving on to cold outreach. So you could ask for coffee chats or just say you reached out to, or after you applied, you could cold outreach to a recruiter, which you find under people under a company's name. These are two, Jade Walters and then this girl Emily, are TikTok creators who focus on a lot of career advice for students and early career professionals, and I am just going to use her template today to reach out to some talent acquisition and recruiters. It's 5 o'clock right now and I've been working since 10 a.m. I started filming this YouTube video. I've attended an alumni career coaching appointment. I had an interview. I sent 2 follow-up emails to the team that I interviewed yesterday. They got back to me saying that they will reach a decision either tomorrow or Monday. I sent out about 10 coffee chat invites across companies that I envision myself at between beauty and wellness. I just made and scheduled a LinkedIn post to go up. The last thing I have to do today is complete my freelance video project. I hope you guys are seeing the multiple ways I'm trying to stay productive in this time and, make sure my mind is right and keeping up the motivation and acknowledging that one step is better than nothing. morning, guys. It is the next day, March 13th. We are continuing on with a little bit of a work day. I did not finish that video last night of my freelance project, so I have to get it done. Getting through the rough cut of any video is like one of the hardest parts for me. Doing my best and be productive, but I am in my late luteal phase, so like my energy is just like on a drain. But like when I do my healthy habits, like making my bed, putting on a real loungewear outfit, don't stay in my PJs, you know, get a little bit ready, and having my hair done in a low manipulative protective style like this is perfect. Absolutely perfect, because I just wake up and I'm basically ready for the day. My LinkedIn post went up today. That's all I have to say. When you are trying to build a personal brand and you're posting on social media, like not every post is gonna go viral, or you know, like I'm posting to build my personal brand, build my visibility, and if I get 20 likes and 0 comments, then it is what it is. People will see my mindset of marketing and who I am in the professional workplace, and they'll see, you know, a little bit more into me besides what my resume says or my portfolio says. I'm gonna work more on this small business idea that I have. I designed my own graduation stoles, so that's like my little business idea. I'm gonna put up a promo that I'm doing graphic design for graduation stoles. Definitely gonna make a promo video to prep for graduation because I'm very type A and it saves my butt. So hopefully it'll save others. YouTube is my favorite platform, and I just love it. I just love it over here, guys. I really do. Like, and you really get to see the insight of people, because you can't really get to know someone in under a minute and 30 seconds or under a minute. This is your sign to shoot your shot. You just never know until you try. More interest than just beauty marketing. Wellness marketing? Yeah. I love wellness. As you guys know, I talk about mental health a lot. You never know who you're going to reach. Another person I contacted, I love to connect with another Black woman in marketing because they just know. Guys, I just got another coffee chat reply. This girl named Sophie, she is working at home from college. If you don't know what that is, it's a platform for college students and new grads to work with, you know, brands, and it's a startup. Home from college is a startup. But anyway, I love her content. I love what she stands for, and I'm definitely looking forward to learning from her. Even though all these networking and coffee chats happening, I'm so grateful. You know, like it doesn't mean they're handing me a job offer, but it is great to learn from other people, to build connections, build bridges, just soak up as much information as you can, and have people as your allies. You know, like it's important to build community, and now I'm starting to see more the power of networking and it being a two-way street.
Sometimes I don't know which way to go, but sounds nice. Now let's say, I'll bless you at all times. It gets hard, so very hard, but sometimes it gets dark, so very dark.
An interview that I did this week. I got some good news. I got some good news. This career journey has been unconventional and not linear. It may not be in the package you want, but what's inside of that could bear so much fruit. We're stepping into a new chapter, guys. There are so many days in my room where I'm literally just here in my room on my laptop the entire day, and I'm not doing anything that's much exciting. I'm just grinding and I'm working, and I'm grinding and I'm working, and I'm grinding and I'm working. And I go to the gym and I'm at home, and I go to the gym and I'm at home. And you know, there are seasons like that where you're just grinding and grinding and grinding until you just never know when that moment's gonna happen where you see your effort and your hard work compound on itself and bear fruit. I just accepted a marketing internship in New York City, in Soho, for a wellness company, and this is exciting. Like, I'm all about wellness and fitness, and like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'm gonna work my butt off. And like, this is just proof that you can literally make something out of nothing. Like, nobody in my family does marketing. Like, this is a whole new venture. And it's scary. It's scary to be the first, but if you want something, go get it. Just go get it.
Different industries and give you guys insight and stories, but also their work and the lessons that they learned. I'm going to just start with my story. So overall, the message that you're going to walk away with today, that I hope, is that if I can really do it, you 100% can do it, and you can do it even better. Period. I know Camille, so I was like, maybe it's like play on words, but okay, awesome. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Haley. So nice to meet you. Just want to say I absolutely love your platform and your content. I discovered you like late 2025. You had this video on like wanting to surround yourself with ambitious girls, and I totally related to that. And then from there, I just started about career and everything. So basically, a background about me. I'm based in Long Island, New York. I'm post-grad. I graduated just like you, May 2025 from Stony Brook University. I'm a double major in business and psychology with a concentration in marketing. Now, I would like to say, with my background being Haitian American, I am first gen. My parents came here, you know, mid-20s. They got their masters and everything, very successful, but I am still first gen. And I was kind of naive growing up, where the standard is, you know, you get straight A's, you're gonna get a job perfectly right out of college, everything's gonna be great. So college, you know, I was certainly like you, I was definitely very growth mindset oriented, definitely, you know, focusing on the gym, on hobbies, on, you know, self-growth, everything like that. But I wish I did networking and more career oriented stuff earlier. It was when junior year I picked up a double major because I finished my psych major and I just had all this empty credit left, so I had to do something beneficial. So I picked up business and marketing, and that's when I decided, okay, let's do marketing, you know, professionally, because I became a content creator freshman year of college, and after seeing so much success with it, that's when I saw this could be a professional career. You know, it may not be what my family's doing. My family, like, they're in social work, engineering, so this is very different for me. I'm the first in my family to go into creative, and it's quite scary, but with the success I had, I know I could do it. So senior year, I started to apply to jobs and everything. It wasn't going well. I didn't have that much internship experience. I had one internship with a boxing club. I did their social media, and then my school actually recruited me senior year to do a campaign for them because I gained so much popularity, like based on their name. I was the content creator at my school, you know. So they recruited me. I did a campaign for them, so I also listed that as a internship. So those two internships during college. So fast forward January 2025, I'm taking, your type of advice, apply early, target, things like that. And I was just getting rejection. And I thought I was ahead of the game because as a creative, I've done so much freelance work with brands such as like Amazon, Chegg. I've been in their programs for, marketing and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought I was ahead of the game. I wasn't. I was getting rejection, and then, I graduated with no post-grad plan. I didn't have a full-time job secured. So in September to December 2025, I took 2 internships in marketing as their social media intern. That went amazing. Unfortunately, it didn't lead to a full-time offer because the company just didn't want to put the budget out for that role. So I had to leave. And then, January 2026, applying again. I've re-updated my resume, my portfolio. I'm just trying to do everything I can that I see that you recommend. Jade Walters, I'm sure you know who she is. Just doing everything I can to maximize my job search efforts. And in February, I finally got to a final round of a well-known beauty company in the skincare space. Unfortunately, though, the role was rescoped to mid-level when I got to the final round. It was very disheartening because I met the whole team. I did a project, 5 rounds later. It took a whole month to interview, so that was really disappointing. But now, after that, I just accepted another internship with earliest startup in the city. Gonna be going there Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, basically a full-time job. For 3 months, so it's April to June. But basically, after that, I'm trying to say is, if you were in my position, 2025 grad with, now I will have 5 internships under my belt now after I do this one. And I have a marketing portfolio of all the brands I've worked with my internships. What would your mindset and your strategy going into this new internship if you were me and just wanting to secure a full-time role at least by the end of 2026? The job market is very hard, so I'm just trying to do everything I can, even if it's just a step as post-grad internships, which is not, I didn't think it was as common, but it is common now that I see. I'm looking through everyone's LinkedIn, I'm saying, oh, people are taking internships post-grad. This isn't a step down.
For sure. Not at all. Not at all. And I think one, you persevered through it all, and you had great resilience through it all. And I know it's extremely discouraging, especially in the 2026 market. But I think you're actually at a really, really great position is what I think. If I was in your position, but there's 2 things that I would do. One,
sorry to interrupt you. The startup internship that I'm doing right now, and that starts in April, they did say it has potential to go full-time. So that's just another thing.
Say less. That's exactly where I was going. So I was going to say I would maximize the current internship at the role at the company that you have to prioritize and see if you can get a full-time offer. I don't know if they're having other interns or not, but regardless, this would be a really, really great time to kind of go the extra mile, connect with people, really show, do your research and know well about the company to set yourself up best so that when April comes around and you start that essentially full-time job, you can just convert it from, internship to full-time. So I would put your best foot forward, be really interested in the business, not just your role, what they do, what other teams are doing, how you can get involved in other teams, really just try and shine in that role so that it's almost impossible to not hire you back. But in the meantime, on your free time, perhaps the weekend, 2 to 3 times a week, just apply to other jobs, apply to full-time roles, especially as June starts coming around. Start looking for rotational programs. One of the offers that I had was the Nestle rotational program, which opens up in June. That's a really great opportunity. You do have to live in Ohio or Arlington. So, but that's a really great one that I would recommend. I would recommend just really putting your best foot forward and applying to those types of roles, especially as post-grad. I really do think rotational programs are so slept on. JP Morgan has a marketing rotational program as well, which is really great. IBM has some rotational programs. The list goes on. And in the search process, I would really prioritize creating what your top 3 industries are, your top 3 companies, and then finding 3 roles within those companies that you choose, and actually just going straight to the company's website as well, which is something that people don't really consider. But a lot of these companies don't want to pay to do advertising for all the jobs that they have possible on a LinkedIn or on an Indeed. So a lot of the times they'll just keep it within their own company, and a lot of those jobs get filled internally, or they get filled by people that are just scoping around. So try to be a little strategic in the way that you job search as well. But I would say, like, now until July, when your internship is up, like, you have really, really solid game plans, which is one, continuing to apply to full-time roles and trying to get a full-time role that might have a better offer than your, like, the startup that you're currently working with, but also while at the same time optimizing your current role and just trying to get a full-time, like, a return offer, which I feel like you have a really great, like, head on your shoulders. You seem like someone who's very hardworking. I don't think that'll be a challenge for you at all, but just make sure that, like, you don't get too comfortable in just being like, oh, I'll just get a return offer from here. Like, there's plenty of opportunities out there that you can also be taking advantage of simultaneously.
Thank you.
Guys, this is the end of today's video. I want to thank you so much for watching and spending a few realistic days with me, trying to be productive post-grad, especially while I'm on the job search. I showed you guys a variety of ways I'm trying to advance my search, like networking, redoing my resume, my portfolio, interviewing, attending networking sessions online, doing freelance work. I actually finished a freelance video and the client loved the video. I'm very proud of myself for staying resilient, keeping a good mindset most of the time. My best to continue stepping into the marketing industry, build my early career. I'm very excited for a new chapter that's coming. If you are in a similar situation, just know you're not alone. I'm right here with you going through the same thing, but there are ways and things that you could do to keep your morale up, to continue making baby steps towards that goal you have. Just make sure that when your time is here, you are ready to receive the opportunity. Like and share this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.